In the world of off-road racing, suspension is everything. 50 years ago, a young engineer named Bob Fox decided to change the game. Bob's interest in vehicles began at a very young age, and Bob's interest in racing began with drag racing. He and his brother Jeff set the NHRA record for C-gas in 1962. From those beginnings came Fox Factory. What started from hand-built air shocks in a small workshop became the globally recognized brand that redefined performance across motorcycles, mountain bikes, trucks, UTVs, snowmobiles, and beyond. Bob's relentless passion and drive for innovation gave us external reservoirs, bypass technology, and the most dominant and winning programs in off-road racing history. His work didn't just improve shocks, it elevated the entire industry. Today, Fox Factory stands as a global leader in suspension technology, and it all began with Bob Fox's vision to push the limits of what's possible off-road.
In the early 70s, when the travel on a motocross bike went from about 4 or 5 inches up to a foot, that was called the long travel revolution. And because of that big change in design, the shock absorbers that had been working fine for years, suddenly they were not working good. They were overheating, they were fading, they were breaking. So I was an amateur motocross guy, and I'm an engineer, and I thought, hey, maybe they need better shocks, maybe I can do it. Not really thinking, hey, there's a bunch of big companies out there that already do that. How am I gonna jump in the middle of it, just myself, and compete with that? But you don't know any better when you're young, you know. So I started designing pencil and paper. I manufactured my first shocks in a friend's garage. I didn't have my own garage, I lived in an apartment. So I manufactured the parts, started doing some testing, had some success with that. Started having some other racers test the shocks. They said they were pretty good. So I kept working on them, developing them. And pretty soon we had a saleable product, and we started manufacturing and selling them. We don't want to be making the second or third or fourth best. We want to make the best, and that's our goal. I think some people, you go to their company and, oh yeah, I had this plan and that plan. I didn't have a plan. It was like 1 foot ahead of the other, and you just kept going that way, and I'm still going that way. A lot of the people here, maybe most of the people here, this isn't a job, this is their hobby, this is their passion, this is what they love. So it's a wonderful combination. They can do what they love doing. When you do what you love doing, you do it well. Guys always want more horsepower and more this, more that. I think nothing's more important than suspension. That's true not only in off-road, but in other venues also. We actually had our shocks win the Indianapolis 500 in 1973. I think when he won that race that year and they knew what shocks he was using, they realized that there is gold in the possibilities with shock absorbers if you just know how to tune them and so forth. You wouldn't think for the Indy 500, which is pretty much a flat track, you wouldn't think it's a big deal, right? Still a big deal. The suspension can make a huge difference.
Bob Fox didn't just build shocks. He built a foundation for the future of racing, from custom race trucks to production vehicles, from the Indy 500 to the Baja 1000. Bob Fox's vision reshaped the way the world moves. Every innovation he created rippled far beyond the dirt and dust of off-road racing, setting new standards for performance across the entire automotive and power sports industry. The Hall of Fame honors not just his achievements, but the legacy he built. A legacy that continues to inspire engineers, racers, and dreamers everywhere.